That's
We are live. What is up, everybody? Welcome to a very special episode of the Just Too Sweet Show, episode number 68. We are back after a small yet needed hiatus. We have returned. I am Mr. Big Seki Tim Tabala. As always, with me is my tag team partner, A to the Z, Mr. Eric Zan. Eric, what is going on?
Oh, wait, Tim. Hold it.
I'm sorry, what's up?
We haven't been here in a while.
That's
It's
true.
It's been a minute here.
It's been a minute.
Come on, man. Hit the music.
Hit the music?
Hit the music.
I'll hit the music. You are absolutely right. Way better way to start the show. All right.
Who are those two other guys in the video?
I don't know. You know what? I was going to talk about that in a second. I think we should get into that right off the bat real quick. But I said it's been a while, Eric. We had to take some time off, do a little this or that. What's been going on, man? How you been? Not like I haven't seen you on the other shows we do, but you know, it's for banter.
Yeah. Hey, I've been well. Things are pretty great. You know, just standard depressing upstate winter.
Oh, ain't that bad, is it?
It's pretty depressing. Yeah, it's
very special. I don't know. You haven't had that much snow yet, though, have you?
No, we haven't. But it's like the weather doesn't want to make up its mind. Like tomorrow is going to be like 40. And then, like, the next day, it's going to be, like, 9. So it's like we go from one extreme to the other so bad, it just fucks with people. So, I don't mind, I guess. I don't know. I mean, if you like sitting in a grocery store all day, you know, watching old people buy bananas and 1% milk, if that's your that's what they buy. You know what? I have to tell you. No, I can't tell you yet. I want to hear more about the Just Too Sweet show.
Exactly. Well, you know what? Let's get. Look, we have a bunch of people already popping in. It's good to see everybody again. I said we've been away a while. Bambi, hello, welcome back.
Hello.
Our number. I'm not gonna say number 2 fan. I'm gonna say number 1A because I give Raul our number 1 fan. I'm gonna give Bambi 1A. Bambi, you're 1A. Definitely 1A.
Yeah, 1A, and Raul's 1B.
Terzio, I just can't get rid of you, Terzio.
Terzio,
but.
Thank you.
Much respect, man, because you're always here.
Terzio, hey, I'm Italian.
And Carolyn, welcome to the show.
Hello, Carolyn.
Show. You know what? Like you said, before we even get started.
Is that like Necco wafers?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe.
Like you said, there used to be 2 other guys who ran with this show.
What happened?
And I mean, now we know Gil trying to do his own thing. He's doing a lot of the movie reviews for Pop Culture Pros, getting those free tickets, working hard, got his hours changed. We get it. We understand. We're cool with that.
We get the grind.
But the number 3 man.
Yeah.
He was the secret man. We brought him in.
He
outsider style. Hollywood Dave. We snuck him in. We showed
really
him the ropes. We gave him a spot.
We did.
We haven't heard anything from Dave in months. Not even a peep. Not a hello. Not a hey, I'm working. Not a hey guys, I've been watching. Great stuff. So I think we should vote on what to do about this, Eric.
I think Tim, you bring up an interesting hypothetical situation. That's not very hypothetical. I think it's what's the opposite of hypothetical?
That's what
not
true.
Not hypothetical. I don't know. We definitely should put this to a vote. I tell you what, Tim. How do you want to do this?
Wait. Before thing I gotta say, because Raul just popped in.
Raul,
thank you, Raul. Welcome back, Raul. Terzio, You know I like each other. You know we and you have that banter. You know we like that. You're all good.
Derzio, if you didn't show up to the show, I don't think I'd do it.
I know.
I'm not kidding you. I don't think I would.
If I didn't see your name up here, I'd be checking to make sure we're something's wrong with the equipment. So you're kind of like
100%.
our bug detective. Oh God.
Yeah.
And
Raul.
exactly. We think
where is he?
He's either in wrestling terms, parts unknown, or I think he's in the Dungeon of Doom. He's in the cave with Hulk Hogan where there were no Hulkamaniacs and the water was too cold. Or too hot. Or too cold? So I don't know. But anyway, it was hilarious.
Is he? But we forgot one.
Oh, was there one more?
He may be in the outer reaches of your mind.
Oh, Damien Demento style.
Damien Demento, yeah. I think parts unknown's more likely.
I don't know, but we haven't heard from this dude in a long time. And you know what? Before we make a vote or a drastic decision or we get ahead of ourselves, I think we should give him the benefit of the doubt. Give him a chance to reach out to us, not just tonight live, but in some form of email, message, pigeon carrier. I don't give a shit how he does it. Dave, if you're watching this show right now, just send us something. Give us something.
Didn't Sting say send me out an SOS?
Exactly. And now here's another question there, guys. You know, me and you are the OGs. This is our show. We started this show.
It's true.
Do we replace our missing comrades?
You mean like Horseman?
Like Horseman. Like do we just like me and you will be Flair and Arn and we just kind of interchange the other guys? Or will be Shawn and Triple H and kind of replace the X guys? That's the big thing.
Oh, we're gonna have to sleep on that one.
Holy shit, Raul, you nailed it. How is it a coincidence that Dave and Kenny Omega disappeared at the same time? Holy shit, Raul, you are correct.
Raul, you just Sherlock Holmes the shit out of this.
Dave is following Kenny Omega around. I think that's what it is. Probably massaging his calves in fabricated milk to make sure he comes back.
Dave is hanging out in Terzio. I don't know, man. Maybe.
It's a little depressing, though. It's a little depressing. So you know what, Eric? We have a lot of decisions to make. Do we replace our fallen comrades?
I'm leaning more towards yes than no right now. But I'm going to need to sleep on it and, like, take some drugs and like, think about it.
Take like a peyote, like get your mind in the right place.
Yeah, I gotta like readjust. Like I gotta take like a ton of drugs and like readjust. And then when I finally float back down, like Jim Morrison will be there and he'll tell me, he'll give me the answer.
Frank, we're dead serious, man. We don't know.
We have no idea. Nobody does. Listen, this goes to the highest level of the office in Pop Culture Pros. The boss doesn't even know where he is.
We don't know. He vanished. Literally vanished. We know he's alive, but we don't know.
I have it on good authority that Align doesn't even know where he is.
And he's good authority. Maybe he'll pop up Gobbledygooker style in an egg.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll come back with a new gimmick. Maybe he won't be Dave anymore. Maybe he'll be someone completely new.
Maybe he'll like form a tag team with Kyle and they'll be not unchronic. I don't know. Like,
wow. That was a rough one, dude. I don't know. All right. Well, we have a lot of thinking to do about this show. I mean, we have a couple potential replacements.
We do.
In the comments right now.
We do.
It's possible.
It's very possible.
Just saying. So look, you know what, Dave? If you're there, you hear us. We're just concerned. Just want to make sure, all right? Just give us a sign.
Do something.
Put something in the comments just for 2 seconds, and we'll leave you alone. We promise.
We'll never bust your balls again today.
Today, we'll definitely bust balls, just not today.
Just not today.
All right. All right. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we've decided we're going to go back to our old school style. But before we do that, I do have to make up a couple. We have to talk about something that's going on in the wrestling world as of right now, which isn't a hell of a whole lot, to be completely honest with you.
Not really.
AEW is doing its thing. Again, I fully admit I enjoy that show much more than WWE right now. WWE is a little stale. It's a little thing. They're still releasing people, and I know, Eric, you were very upset. We'll talk about that real quick. But you also had a theory, which I want to talk about.
Okay.
They recently released Brian James, a.k.a. the Road Dogg,
Mm-hmm.
Samoa Joe, again, twice in like 6 months, and Steven Regal, William Regal.
That one hurt.
So you're talking about the guy who ran NXT, Triple H's right-hand man, William Regal, and the Road Dogg, who's also down in NXT. Because the four guys running it were Shawn Michaels, Triple H, William Regal, Road Dogg.
Yep.
2 of them are gone now. Money, is this a money thing? Is this a power thing? You brought up a very interesting thing. You think maybe Vince is setting up to sell the company. So tell me about what exactly what you're thinking about that.
Well, normally, when like any kind of company or business or anything like that is getting ready to sell, before they sell, they begin liquidating. So their major assets, everything kind of goes more. In other words, they're trying to conserve their capital and make their net worth higher. And Vince is not stupid. And also he's not dumb with the ratings either. So he's either there's one of two things. Like I said, he's either going to he's getting ready to sell, or they're doing a major flip on everything. Like, I'm talking like not being sports entertainment, going back to wrestling. I'm talking like, I've even heard whispers that they might even put the F back in WWF. Like, I've heard that. I've actually heard that one.
You think they'd fight the World Wildlife Federation then?
I actually heard there's a loophole they could have done, but Vince decided just not to because it wasn't worth the headache. But yeah, like I don't know, but something is afoot, and my first guess would be Vince is going to sell it.
And if you got Raul down here too, he brought it up. Rumors are Fox or Peacock. Now, I also heard another rumor that a certain professional wrestler, a Hall of Famer, who recently bought another thing from Vince McMahon, the XFL, is also interested in putting a group together to buy the WWE. And that is, of course, our good friend of this show, I think, Dwayne Johnson, a.k.a. The Rock, is putting a group together to make a bid. Also, sorry, not Peacock, but Disney. Disney would be interesting. But there goes our shot of ever getting the Attitude Era back if Disney buys it. But
Disney buys it, no.
The most recent rumor was The Rock is trying to put a group together to get their hands on this company. Now, what do you think? Sense. Now, your question is Disney, Fox, The Rock, and a group of other people. Where would you like to see the company land? Because that's 3 very big, different ways to buy and run the company, especially a company that we love, that we've been watching our whole lives. We don't want it to change. Never thought it would change. But now if Vince sells, major changes are coming. So out of those 3, The Rock, Disney, and Fox, where would you think you'd like to see it end up?
Well, it's changed so much since like 2008, 2010. I don't even really think they don't even use the word wrestling anymore. So like that's why I can't even like watch the WWE much anymore. I try to, but I just can't because they it's not even wrestling. It's pure. It's a Hollywood or a television production, whatever. It's not like old school wrestling where, you have a booker, you have a couple of agents in the back or a couple of like veterans that watch over everybody. It's just purely, it's not even like fanatical anymore. There's no fantasy involved in it. And like these guys can't even handle a mean tweet. You know what I mean? And it's like, and they go crying, and Seth Rollins gets tackled by some fat bastard running down the ramp. I mean, in the old days, he would already been knocked out on the ground. You know what I mean? It's like, so I welcome the change because I think the product sucks. I think it has sucked for probably going on 10 years now. And I mean, Fox would be who I would want because Fox is pretty edgy. Fox is willing to push and go over the limit. I mean, I wouldn't mind The Rock. The Rock came from a great era, come from a great wrestling family, but I mean, The Rock's everywhere, man. I love The Rock, but I'm sick of seeing him. He's in every movie. He's on every TV show. He's on every fucking cereal box. He's on every energy drink. I think he's on condoms. It's just, I don't want to see The Rock anymore. Not that I use condoms. I don't.
The Rock cock.
But The Rock, yeah, this is The Rock cock, When
Now, let me ask you a question, though.
When you get a boner, the eyebrow goes up.
Here's another big question.
I don't believe I just said that.
You have to bring in. You can't make the mistake that WCW made. And again, we're hoping people are paying attention to this. You can't have non-wrestling people run a wrestling company. Who?
Yeah.
Now, again, off the top of your head, of all the people out there, non-Vince or non-AEW related, or even AEW related, you never know. They can make them jump ship. Who runs this company? Let's say it's Fox. Let's say it's Fox. Who does Fox bring in to run this company now? You think they're going to go your Bischoffs, your
if they were smart,
those kind of guys?
Yeah, if they were smart, they'd bring Cornette. they'd bring Bischoff because you know what they need? They need that clash of era. They need an old school guy like Cornette. They need a progressive guy like Bischoff, and they need like a semi-younger talent like off the top of my head, like somebody, and not saying he would be the best, but like a Stevie Richards or something. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Somebody like that. But the reason that it sucks is because they're not wrestlers anymore. They're not wrestling. They're not learning how to wrestle. They're like I said, they cry on social media now. They get beat up by fans. It's like, it's not what wrestlers. And I don't care if it's like this is how the generations change. This is not what pro wrestling is. It's like changing the game of football, man. You can't do that. It's just, this is wrestling, and AEW does a better job at keeping it wrestling. At least they say professional wrestling. At least they call them professional wrestlers, and at least the product they promote is professional wrestling. And they don't, from what I saw anyway, I may be wrong. They focus more on in-ring matches and less on talk. And that's what, I mean, I don't fucking know when it went off the rails or why it did, but I think it was this, to be honest with you. But even after that, their ratings suck. They haven't been making as much money in the last 10, 12 years. It's like, why is this not ringing a bell with Vince, Vince McMahon? He's like made a silly. I don't know what the hell is his problem. Too much Botox,
which again might lead to the fact that he's like, well, I'm getting out of this business. But how come now? What do you think is the case as far as Stephanie, Shane, even Hunter, Holmes, son-in-law, not making a bid to keep this company in the family? Let me phrase that question. Is Vince too fucking stubborn to retire? He'd rather sell it than just retire and let his kids take over? 100%. I mean, that's demented if that's the case.
100%. His ego is so big, he'd rather see it die than give it to somebody else. I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
He's injecting it with poison, NWO style.
Yeah. I'm telling you. And I don't think Vince or Stephanie and Triple H care. Fuck yeah, Paul Heyman. Fucking A. Get Cornette, Heyman, and Bischoff in there. Because you got to remember, back in the 80s and 90s, old school guys were behind booking, like Kevin Sullivan. Grizzly Smith, who was a bad word, but he used to be an agent. What's his name? Bill Watts. All these guys were all behind the scenes making the product better. You know what I mean? And learning, the young guys were learning from them. Jerry Jarrett, he was doing it. It's like it sucks, man. It really sucks.
As I said, but we have to have a wrestling mind to run a wrestling company. You can't have a bunch of idiots in a conference room talking about this and that, like they did at WCW. That's eventually what killed that company.
It is. Because, like, can you imagine in like 10 years you have like Aleister Black and fucking well, who's the guy that does the flips around with the long hair?
That's a lot of guys.
I can't remember. But like Aleister, even Seth Rollins, like, I mean, imagine them, they're the veterans and they're trying to teach these guys, and these guys like fucking cry in their hotel room. With their cute little tie and suit on, playing Nintendo, like, you know what I mean. Like that's what my kids do. You know what I mean? Go out and drink and screw whores. That's what wrestlers do. Come on, man.
And
don't make debauchery die.
And we brought it up a million times too. Oh yeah, it's a completely different world than that. I don't think they're gonna be able to get away with that. I said with social media, you can't get away with the shit they used to get away with, though.
No, they can't. But even better, wrestlers never cared. I'm sure they would have welcomed those pictures and like, oh, Scott Hall was drunk the other night. Oh, I was. Sorry. It's like, what are you going to do? I mean, I'm sure there were lawsuits now that could have happened back, like I don't know. I think everybody's too sensitive. I think everybody's too worried. I think things need to calm down, get back to wrestling, fuck everybody else. Push the boundaries again. And the fuck is what are you talking? What?
Ignore
VUM?
Ignore it. That's YouTube people.
Oh. Okay.
Ignore them. That's what I always do. What was I going to say now? Now, before we move on, and I know this is an interesting fact, and I do want to get Raul's opinion on this, and Frank, and Bambi, as a matter of fact. There's another rumor going around.
Let's hear it.
One more rumor, and we can put it to bed. Cody Rhodes has been working with AEW without a contract for a while now. He's taking a lot of shit from the fans all of a sudden. They turned on him real quick. So he's kind of became a heel, but a good guy heel. They're trying to make him face again, but it's not working. So he's been healing it up a little bit. Rumor is he could appear at the Royal Rumble in a couple of weeks. Now, not as a newly member of the WWE, re-signing with them, because he is a founding member of AEW. Him, the Khans, and the Young Bucks and all that shit. The rumor is that this could very well be some kind of co-collaboration of the two big companies. Now, before we say anything, another guy who's supposed to come back this week for them is Jon Moxley, who used to be, Dean Ambrose. Him too. Sorry about my English. He is also coming back this week on Wednesday. Also rumored to be making an appearance at this Royal Rumble coming up. Now, Eric, I just want to get your opinion. Now, I want to hear your guys' opinions too, because they if you know what you'll see, but that's the thing. That don't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything that he slammed Tony Khan the other day. It means nothing, and because that could all be part of the thing, part of the work. What do you think? Give me the odds. Percentage wise, that something like this could actually happen today, and the fact that Vince is on board with it, because you just said it before. Ego. The man has the biggest ego in the world, probably one of the biggest. Is he ready to do something like this, which would be good for wrestling, which would be phenomenal for wrestling? Does he have the balls to pull this off? And do you think there's any truth to the rumors?
I think they've been deliberately stirred up. Deliberately stirred up. No, I don't think Vince. I don't think, because you got to remember something. Vince doesn't even watch anything with the WWE product. He doesn't know who you are until he meets you in person, and he may have heard like Jerry Briscoe would have said, "Oh well, have you seen that kid in WCW? I heard about him. I haven't seen him. Send him up. I want to meet him." Talk about a new prospect or something. You know what I mean? He doesn't watch anything. He'll watch like a tape, but he won't turn the TV on and watch the competition. Yeah, he just doesn't do it. And I don't think Nah, man, Vince. No, he's not whip. He's not. No, I don't think so. Now the Cody Rhodes thing. If he's working without a contract, he could do a one-time appearance on WWE, and it's not going to affect anything anywhere. You know what I mean? But give him a decent payday and help the WWE out, thinking they're sticking to AEW, but then show back up at AEW thinking, oh, I just stuck it to WWE. I could see that happening. Yeah, I could see that happening.
That's interesting. I haven't thought about it that way. Yes, he would, Fergio. It's business. It's all business.
Yeah, he would.
Maybe not Cody Rhodes. Maybe not one of them, but he would definitely take anybody from there. Anybody.
He would, yeah. Jared,
Chris is here. Chris, I wish Vince would retire and give it to someone who actually. We've been saying that for years, Chris. We've literally been saying it on this show for years.
Long time.
I was coming back on Wednesday. I think for will be a little bit more because yeah, it's true. Mickey James, who is an Impact Wrestling champion, isn't she? The women's champion is at the Royal Rumble. So that's interesting.
So Impact is coming to the Royal Rumble, huh? Yep. Well, to be fair, Vince used to work with other federations during the Rumble. He would.
There's the boss. He says he's going to be at the Royal Rumble on a one-time appearance for Vince.
Oh, boss, you're at the Rumble. You're in. Wow. I wondered. No, but remember, Vince used to work with New Japan and WWC and like USWA. Like, he will work with promotions, but I don't think he's going to work with AEW. I really, really, really don't.
Because it's real competition. That's why.
It is. Yeah. It totally is.
I would like to say it. Oh, no. Here we go.
Here we go.
Now, again, boss, come on. You know me. But how is it a coincidence that one of you signs in, the other one signs in?
Yeah.
That's a coincidence. That's a little close.
There was another coincidence the other day, too, that we figured out. Remember? On my show?
It's a little weird. It's a little weird.
This is getting weird, guys. This is getting weird.
You guys signed at the same time. It's a little weird.
Bunker, I know you would never lie. Tell us what's really going on here. Yeah, I know you would never lie, Bunker. So,
and Bunker, I don't know if you just tuned in. I'd like to hear your opinion too, because you're well versed. Would you see Vince doing a crossover between two shows? Do you think Vince is selling? And if he is, who's he selling it to? And who would you like him to sell it to? Let me hear what you have to think about that.
I'd be interested to hear that.
I don't know what to think about it. I have no idea what to think about it. I mean, again, would it be good for business? Yes. Would it be good for the WWE? Yes. Would it could be everything? Yes. Will he do it? No.
No.
Oh, no, that makes sense. I
bet you it's in Williamsburg too.
That makes total sense. Now I know.
Wait a minute. The boss is in the city?
You see, you just go now. Bunker, the boss is at Central Park right now. That's not even a joke. Central Park, Florida, but he is in Central Park right now.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I'm laughing, because I think you're in his Central Park. All right.
I thought the boss came up.
I see how it goes now. All right, Eric, we're gonna move on to one of our favorite things. I love talking about the old school. We haven't talked about the old school in a while. Busted out one of our favorite pay-per-views, and since it is Royal Rumble season, I wanted to pick the 1993 Royal Rumble. Eric, I'm going to hit you with the trivia question.
Hit me.
What changed in the 1993 Royal Rumble that wasn't available? That wasn't in the first five. This is the sixth Royal Rumble. So what this year, that year I should say, made this one so special about the Royal Rumble?
What the winner faced the champion at WrestleMania.
You are correct, sir. This is the first time that the winner of the Rumble would get a shot at the title at WrestleMania. See, this is why we do this show, because we are well versed and well knowledged.
Yeah.
And by the way, I know I texted you today. Bobby Heenan, dude, was on fire. Let me tell you something. He had me rolling today, watching this one all over again, and I freaking miss him and Gorilla Monsoon. I really, really do.
These kids just don't know what they missed back then. They really, really don't.
It was outstanding.
Michael Cole fucking sucks. I don't care what anybody says. How long he's been doing it. How how many testicles he's swished around in his mouth. He's not Heenan. He's not even JR. You know what I mean?
Okay, so now, I say here, I didn't want to do a show about this, but we'll just put it on the table right now.
Do it.
Gorilla Heenan, Lawler, JR.
Oh, Gorilla Heenan, 100%.
Me too.
100%.
I have to say that also.
You're talking 85 to 90, 92, 93. Yeah, no. Did you ever meet Vince? No, never. I never even seen him.
I've always seen him at shows. Like
I've met guys that I was on indie shows with, and that's it. And it really wasn't like a lot, but Terzio met Heenan.
You got the old school here.
Wow, Terzio. How old's Terzio? Like 60?
Yeah, 63. I think he said he was.
Sweet.
But Heenan and Gorilla in the Attitude Era? No.
Ooh.
No, I don't know. They probably would have. Not Gorilla. Gorilla was too old school.
Yeah.
He was too wrestling. He wasn't a sports entertainer guy.
Yeah, he would. No, he was pro wrestling. Heenan could have crossed over. He did. He crossed over.
He did. He was on Nitro. He did his thing.
He's on Nitro, and yeah.
So, all right, let's jump into this thing. And I'm very excited about this. I actually watched the entire show today, and I loved it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was really digging it. I even took notes because of how much Bobby Heenan made me laugh today.
Oh, dude, this is gonna be great.
Yeah, just a couple notes. But I said there's too much to write down. But if you have a chance, watch the '93 Royal Rumble just to listen to Gorilla and Heenan. And Heenan, like I said, I was rolling all day just because of him. All right, Eric, let's get started. First of all, we had our dark match, which I love to talk about too, because it was Doink the Clown. Doink the Clown beating Jim Powers in a singles match.
In a dark match.
Which Doink was this by '93?
That Matt Bourne.
Matt Bourne. I always get confused at which Doink is Doink.
It was Matt Bourne.
That's cool. All right, so the first real match of the night was the Steiner brothers, Rick and Scott, taking on the Beverly brothers, Bo and Blake Beverly. And you know what? I give them a lot of shit, Eric. The Beverly brothers.
Oh, dude, they're great.
They're pretty cool.
They're really cool, especially the theme music.
Yeah, the theme music was funny. And the Steiner brothers, by the way, I never gave them enough credit either. They did some cool ass shit in this match. I'm talking about like high risk, crazy. I mean, even the Frankensteiner was actually the fact that Scott Steiner could do a Frankensteiner is beyond impressive.
It's before the Hurricane Rana.
Yeah, you're right.
A lot of these fucking new. How many donks were there? I don't know. I could ask my cousin Elizabeth if you want me to, but I mean I don't know. What was I saying? Oh,
he meant doinks. How many doinks were there? 2 doinks?
Oh, how many doinks? Yeah, 2.
2 doinks.
Ray Apollo, who I knew, and Matt Bourne, who I never knew.
Whatever happened to Jim Powers? Probably dead, Frank.
Probably dead, Terzio.
That dude was jacked, so who knows?
Yeah. Yeah, I was going on. I had a good roll here, Tim. I don't remember what I said. I'm sorry.
The Steiners before the Hurricane Rana.
Yeah,
I'm trying to throw your flow off.
Oh, all these new like Mark fans like think that like they're so profound in their knowledge, and if you really look at like fans, even like Bert and Dave, they worry more about what they're saying backstage and what the rumors are rather than the product in the ring and what they're seeing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like that's where this whole translation of wrestling gets lost. It's like I don't give a fuck about their personal life. I don't give a fuck about politics backstage. I care about I'm watching because I want to watch what's happening in the ring. And I think that nowadays it takes away too much when you're watching a wrestling match and you're thinking like, but they were just arguing the other day and I read on the internet and it's like, fuck, you know what? Fuck you and the internet. Like just watch the match. Who cares about
which I am enjoying doing because you appreciate it now more older going back and watching these matches because you're like, oh, I see now, I understand now, I get it now. And
It's
again,
so good.
You've never seen anyone slapping their thigh. You've never seen anyone talking to each other. Never.
And
never
listen,
seen them talking to each other.
The DDT and the power bomb were finishing moves.
Yep, finishing moves. I missed that.
High spot, high spot, high spot, high spot, running, high spot, running. Match is over. These guys don't know how to wrestle. You know what? I want to say one thing. If anybody can, look for the most recent shoot interview with Greg the Hammer Valentine. I think it's High Spots that did it. Yeah. I'm telling you right now, you will thank me later. It is the greatest shoot interview I've ever watched.
Nice. I will give it a shot.
He is a humble man. He is a nice man. He's down to earth. He doesn't shit on people. He tells the truth. You know what I mean? He'll tell you the truth. But he explains to you about wrestling. Then, dude, you got to watch this. It's so good.
I'm going to check it out, definitely.
Anyway.
No, dude, I like it. Like I said, I really appreciated these matches today. So the Steiners ended up beating the Beverly Brothers, a 10-minute match, and it flew by. It really did fly by. That's how good that match was.
Yeah.
Next up, which could have been a main event, Shawn Michaels defeated Marty Jannetty for the Intercontinental Championship. This was their first time they met after Marty Jannetty tried to jump through the window at the barbershop.
Yep, I remember that. He should not jump through windows in barbershops.
He ran away all scared, tried to jump through a window. It was all bloody and beat up. It was horrible.
Was he the champion here?
Shawn
Marty?
was. No, Shawn was. Yeah. Marty had that title. He did, right? Did he beat Shawn for it?
He beat Shawn for it, yeah.
Oh wow! Well, not this match. He didn't. This is
also
Marty funny because the match was Sherry turned on Shawn.
Yep.
Which was kind of weird. I didn't think that happened. I thought it didn't happen until much later.
No, she left in like 93 or 94 for WCW with Harlem Heat.
That's right. So that was pretty decent. It was a good match though, and again, Marty Jannetty's another guy. You know, he looked so generic next to Michaels, but he was a pretty decent guy. He was a pretty decent worker, and I kind of enjoyed his match too. When Jake did the DC, I was like, wow, Nasty did an interview with one time. He asked what he mean. Yep, the end. That was on Saturday Night's Main Event. You're right. Mean Gene said, what does it mean? That's when he was naked in the shower, Bunk, with the snake around him.
Yeah.
What does DDT stand for? He just went, the end. Fucking phenomenal. Phenomenal.
That's it.
No one.
And I probably didn't sleep that night because I was scared Jake the Snake was going to fucking come out of my closet.
Or out of your shower in that Speedo.
Out of my shower. I'm not taking a shower, Mom.
No, but again, like you said, you want to teach these kids about promos. Watch Jake the Snake Roberts. Watch it. And again, as a kid, you didn't appreciate the promo. You liked your guys' promos, but you didn't appreciate like the Jake the Snake. You didn't appreciate like guys like that. He is probably one of, if not the best, heel promo guy back in the 80s. Might even be better than Piper. He might be better than Piper.
Oh.
Might be.
In a different way, yeah. Yeah.
Well, Piper was more entertaining. And he had
more entertaining.
He had the great one-liners, but Jake scared the shit out of you.
Nah, Jake had it down. Now, yeah, I don't know.
So that's for another show also. Yeah. Next match was I was hoping Ed would kind of pop in for.
Oh, you know what? I know what I was gonna say.
Good.
Shittiest face promo. Bret Hart.
Yeah, he was pretty terrible at it.
He was probably.
Actually, he said something here. I forgot to write it down. He stuttered and he fucked up. And I was like, "Oh, Bret, you fucked up, Bret. Right on national TV, you fucked up."
Listen, Bret is probably, and I'm not overshooting here. If you really, really get down to fundamental professional wrestling, he is probably the greatest wrestler there ever was. Like, there's really nobody. Flair's not better than him. Shawn comes close, but as for pure entertainers, Shawn's better. Actually, Bret thinks Shawn's the best, but Bret Hart is probably the best professional wrestler there ever was. He has the shittiest promo ever.
He does. He is. He's terrible. Especially when he turned heel in 96 96, 97, when he
They got
started talking for real. Again, that's what made the Attitude Era great, because he really was upset with the company, the direction. He really was upset that women had boobs. He was really
him
upset
and Sean
that
had heat. Him and Sean had heat.
Exactly. So why was that promo so good? Because it was goddamn real. That's what made it great. But as you're right, as far as his regular promos, sucked
ass,
which is shocking too. Yeah. So next match was this is where my Bobby Heenan started making me laugh. Bam Bam Bigelow versus the Big Boss Man, and this match was flipped for me.
This is the last appearance of the Boss Man too, isn't it?
I think so. Before he left and came back again.
Yep. He went to WCW as the Boss for a while.
And then the Guardian, right? And then he came back, joined the corporate ministry and all that bullshit.
And then he was a fucking badass Boss Man.
Yeah.
That was fucking great.
With the black vest and the black everything.
He had like the SWAT shit and the fucking...
Yeah, that was good. Yeah. But Bam Bam really didn't... I thought he didn't really get over. I guess not as a heel. Did he get over better as a face?
Bam Bam was over in like 87 when he first got to the WWF, and he was the next big thing. Remember, all the managers were fighting over him, and he was way
predictable people.
He was way, way, way over, and like he fucked it up. I can't. They mentioned why he left. I don't really listen to Pritchard anymore because I think Pritchard's 3/4 full of shit. But no, he really is. Pritchard has like selective amnesia. He's like, well, I don't know. I guess not. I don't know. So like, but yeah, Bam Bam, the second Bam Bam run in WWF didn't quite grab. I mean, they tried to throw him with LT. They put him with Doink.
Terrible. It was terrible.
He was Diesel's buddy for a while. Who else?
Which makes no sense.
No.
None.
No.
Look at who he hangs out with. He throwing Bam Bam in there is like just completely ridiculous.
Yeah. Now Bam Bam, to be honest with you, probably could have kicked the shit out of all of them because Bam Bam was a tough guy. But because Diesel says he's tough, which means he's not. Scott Hall will tell you he's not very tough. Shawn Michaels will tell you he's a pussy. Triple H, we know he's a pussy. And X-Pac, we know is a pussy. So what I'm getting at is not the macho tough guy thing, but Bam Bam's a different crowd than them. Like Bam Bam be more like Undertaker, Papa Shango, Yokozuna, like the tough guys, like the BSK.
He's a Jersey guy too.
Doink is a tough guy. Doink's fucking really tough.
You don't think so, right? But you would think that the clown wouldn't be the toughest guy, but he probably is.
He was probably nobody. Yeah, big time.
Well, Heenan's first thing that had me laughing was he kept calling Boss Man the meter maid. That made me laugh. and then right in the middle, Gorilla says, "If you keep that up, I'm going to tell him that you said that." And then he says something about his mom, Boss Man's mother, and he says, "Yeah, well, Boss Man's mother has a bigger goatee than he does." And I was fucking rolling. I was rolling as he's talking about his mother like that. I was like, "Yo, Bobby, man, that's fucking fantastic."
That's so great. That is so great.
I was dying. I was like, holy shit, that is so great. That was a decent match. It wasn't great. But Bam Bam got the win on that one. So I think that's why you said Boss Man was on his way out.
It sucked too, because Boss Man was fun.
Yeah. Next match up, which is really the main event other than the Rumble, Bret Hart versus Razor Ramon, which I actually really like this match. 17 minutes long.
Let me tell you something. Razor can go, man. He's a great wrestler. He's a great fucking wrestler.
I don't think Bret's ever given him the credit that he deserves either. And Bret's thrown Shawn, obviously, he told Shawn, you can't, look, no matter how much you hate the guy, you can't say he sucks. But he actually threw Diesel a bone here and there, but I don't think he's ever thrown Razor a bone.
I think he did.
Did he?
If I'm not mistaken, I've seen where he has, yeah. Like, he's not anti-Click. Like, he likes Waltman. He likes Shawn. And he always, even though he hated Shawn, he respected his ability. He, like you said, he threw Diesel a bone. And I know he said something cool about Scott Hall more than once. Triple H, I'm not sure.
I don't think he liked Triple H too much.
I don't think he liked him either.
But that opened up with the promo of Owen Hart And I was like, oh, look at young Owen, the Rocket, sitting in. Maybe he's doing the interview, and then all of a sudden, Razor came out of nowhere and just fucking clotheslined him off that chair.
Yeah.
And I made it personal. Made it all personal. Made it, and that's where Brett came out with that promo, talking about family's family. And then he stuttered, mumbled, and it was like, "All right, we're live, idiot. You get off the fucking screen," because he screwed up.
Yeah.
Now, again, his Heenan part 2, which like had me laughing. Gorilla says, "Hey, look, there's Stu Hart giving his son some words of encouragement, some advice." Heenan goes, "Yeah, I heard Stu Hart saying, I making fun of the way he talks, and he sounded just like him. I had to rewind it like 3 times. I was laughing so hard. Hey,
yes,
yeah, exactly what it is. I was like, holy shit, that is fantastic.
Fucking Heenan.
Now
I want to go back and watch that.
I was like, where is Heenan now? That was so good. That was so good.
Yeah, you grab him and by his. You go. That's yeah.
Anyway, like I said, this was a great match. Bret Hart defeated Razor, though. It was a really good match, though. I mean, again, these are another one of those matches you should have said you want to show these kids today how to do something. That's why I would pick something like that. And you forget how big Razor was when you see him next to Bret, too.
Dude, Razor's a big dude.
Big dude, man. Yeah,
he's what, about he's 6'6", legitimately 270 pounds. Like, he's a fucking big dude.
Yep. And now I have another trivia question for you.
I want it.
Here it is. Something else big happened in between the main event and the Rumble. The introduction of a certain character. Who was that character?
That's the debut of Big Daddy Cool, Diesel, the Royal Rumble.
No, he didn't wrestle. He was introduced by Heenan, who was gassing him up the whole show.
Oh, God, not the narcissist.
The narcissist.
Oh, Lex Luger.
Lex Luger made his first appearance. He come out in his little mirror tent, and they lift the tent up. And it got really, really uncomfortable after a while because Bobby Heenan was like, look at those lats. Look at those.
Bunker delts. Got it.
Look at those
Bunker
legs.
Won.
Yep. Look at those this. Look at those cheeks. Look at those. And here's Luger just looking all steroided out. Don't get me wrong. He looked good at that time, but come on.
He might not have been steroided out because remember, right up till then, everybody was on the gas. And then right after that, they got off the gas because of the indictment.
And the world bodybuilding thing, right? Wasn't that another thing that? Well, no, the world bodybuilding was part of the steroids thing, wasn't it?
It was part of it, yeah. That's when they dumped the World Bodybuilding Federation. They're like, yeah, cut.
Yeah. So yeah, they were gassing him up for a week, and then he came out and challenged Mr. Perfect.
Because you know why the WBF was going over that first one because they weren't doing drug testing or anything. Yeah. Well, they don't in Olympia either. They don't in Olympia. No matter what anybody says, they don't. And what they do is they get doctor prescriptions to use performance enhancing drugs. Because it's not hard to when you're in the gym to grab a 5-pound weight and go, I think I
heard something.
I think I heard something. I got a show in 4 weeks. What am I going to do? Well, I guess antibiotics wouldn't do it. So maybe we'll prescribe you some Dianabol. Yeah. You ever heard of that? They're like,
we're gonna give you cocaine and
it's like the first time they ask you, or like if you fucking break your finger and you go to the emergency room. Have you ever tried painkillers? No. What are they?
What are they? They sound fun.
Just be careful when you take them. Oh, trust me, I will. How many you give me? You know what I mean? It's like shit like that. It's yeah.
I'm going to give you a week's worth. Can you give me a month's worth just in case? Yeah. That kind of thing.
Can I get like 4 weeks worth just in case I break the other finger on the way out of here? So I don't have to come back again and ask for painkiller. I mean, have you look at my, seriously, that's what the steroids do. So but Luger was not gassed. Any who made it big that you wrestled? Yeah, Batista. I was there. You never heard that story, Chris?
I don't know if Chris was around for the beginning of the show.
Chris, I was in the building, the training center, the very day Dave Batista ever stepped foot through a wrestling ring. I was there for his tryout. I was there at the Royal Samoan Training Center. I was in the ring helping put him through it with the other guys, like encouraging him on and stuff. And He was probably about 360 pounds. He weighed about 80 pounds less than he did when he was in WWE, or 80 pounds more. He was
That's big.
sick looking.
That's big.
Like he looked like he was like claymation with like spray tan. That's what he looked like. It's fucked up.
That's too big.
It way too big. And he moved like a broken robot. You know what I mean? Like he couldn't, like he was so stiff, he couldn't move. I mean, he was only good for one thing, picking you up and throwing you around. Like he threw me around a little bit because we were trying to teach him. He needed people to bump for him. And of course, the 235, 40 pound guy, you know, who's easy to pick up and throw, you know. But yeah, Batista, Bundy, wrestled Bundy. I wrestled Jake Daniels. That's my buddy Joel. I don't need to. He's probably my favorite, and the greatest wrestler I ever wrestled was my buddy Joel.
We have to get back on here, by the way.
Roy, he's got it. He said anytime. Roids or not, Batista? Are you kidding me? Give me, yeah, lots of them, all of them.
Some he didn't take. It's a harder question.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing he probably didn't fucking do was like drink water. That's it. Dave Batista just turned 53. Yeah, he was a little older when he started because I was. No, I guess not. I was 21 or 22. So I was probably 24. And if I'm 46. So he was 31 when he started. So a little later. Not too bad.
All right, well, let's get on to the
let's get on to the Rumble.
Royal Rumble itself, which I don't know how we're going to go through. We're not going to mention every single person that way came. Well, actually, I do want to mention a couple people because I'm actually shocked at how kind of bad this Royal Rumble was as far as star power goes. But Ric Flair, you're number one again, second straight year.
Yeah,
felt bad for him. And Bob freaking Backlund was number two.
Yeah, Ric Flair and Backlund going at it was fun.
And that son of a bitch lasted an hour and 1 minute and 10 seconds, Bob Backlund.
Yeah. Well, it's fucking Bob Backlund.
I mean,
He's
really?
Bob Backlund.
I was like, holy crap. Shortest time in this year, in 1993. Who's the shortest time? Trivia. Anybody out there? Shortest time. I'll give you a hint. He came in third.
I'll give you, say, the Warlord?
Nope.
Duke the Dumpster?
Nope. 10 seconds. Anybody in the audience? Look at Bunker. Did you watch this today, Bunker, or did you just Google it?
Papa Shango?
Papa Shango.
No shit.
28 seconds eliminated by Ric Flair.
No shit.
Yep. Look at Bunker.
That's cool.
There. Bunker, we might be looking for another host. We're two guys down.
Bunker was pretty quick on the other answer he did. He didn't have much time to look it up, so I think he knew.
Bunker, you might think about it. We might have to bring you and Raul in as the new hosts. We have two guys down. We're two guys down. So we got Flair, Backlund, Papa Shango, Ted DiBiase, Brian Knobbs, Virgil, who was eliminated by the Berserker, by the way. The Berserker has a toss out.
Wow.
Jerry Lawler, and here we start getting a little crazy stuff. Max Moon.
Ooh.
Thank God he only lasted a minute and 56. He got thrown out by Jerry Lawler, thank God.
Good.
Tenryu, who came in like a fart in church. Everyone was like,
from Japan.
Cared. Nobody cared.
No, they don't know who he is.
Chucked out by the Undertaker. Mr. Perfect came in.
Fought with Flair.
He threw out Flair.
Wow.
He threw Flair out. Yeah, remember that whole thing went on where Flair had to drop. Flair was on his way out anyway. Yep. Go back to WCW, so he had to lose to Mr. Perfect like 5 times in a row.
That's right.
Your boy Skinner comes in at 11.
Nice.
He was chucked by Mr. Perfect. Coco Beware. And here's Mr. Heenan once again. When he came out in that high voltage costume, the first thing he said was, because Gorilla, it's Coco Beware. And Heenan just goes, somebody call a cab. I started dying. Oh my god! I was like, this dude is on, man. He's on today.
Because of the checkered pants, right?
Yeah, checking. Somebody call it. It's so casual, so nonchalant, so
Dude,
normal about it.
Heenan is so great.
He was so great. He was just so
great.
Oh my god. Next up, Samu came in.
Oh, head shrinker Samu.
Remember Sheikah used to dragged them in by their hair, and throw them in the ring. That was pretty awesome, dude. The Berserker, the Undertaker. Now, last bit of trivia for this one, Eric. Who made their debut in this Royal Rumble?
Oh my God, the Giant Gonzalez.
The Giant Gonzalez, who with the worst costume in the history of anything. And he wasn't even in the Rumble. He came in, he cleaned house, and just beat the living shit out of the Undertaker for 15 minutes.
Yep. How about this for trivia? Jorge Gonzalez, a.k.a. the Giant Gonzalez, tallest wrestler ever.
El Gigante. He's a big dude, man. He's a scary big dude.
He is.
And, he made the Undertaker look tiny.
He did. By the way, Heenan's commentary continues on WrestleMania 9, I believe. As good, if not better, than on the Rumble.
WrestleMania 9.
The one where they're at Caesar's Palace, where JR first comes in.
Oh, okay. I'll have to watch
they're all wearing togas and shit.
Dude, he's on point. He's just on
point. Oh, dude. And they got rid of him.
That the last... Well, they were going new school. But that was great. He was so great. He was so quick, too. That's what it meant. Just so quick. Bunker, is he bigger than Giant Gonzalez?
No, almost is only 7'2" or 7'3".
That guy's huge.
He's a little taller than Shaq.
He looks like Giant Gonzalez's black brother.
He does.
Looks just like him, actually.
Maybe he is. Yeah. Maybe he's his son.
So poor Undertaker got the shit beat out of him. Got chucked out by the Gonzalez like nothing, but he wasn't even in the Rumble. So technically, he didn't lose.
No.
But, that's just a...
So technically, he's still in the 93 Royal Rumble. He hasn't been thrown out yet.
Right now, he's in the 93 Royal Rumble.
Until they throw him over the top rope, he's in the 93 Royal Rumble.
So if you ever meet him, you got to throw him over a rope and say, 93. And you'll win.
I win. And I will win, yeah.
Eric, make that happen. And
I'm going to make it happen.
You'll be a god amongst men.
Oof.
Here comes this list. Terry Taylor, Damian Demento, Bernard Shyster, Tatanka, Sags, Typhoon.
Sags is cool. Typhoon. Uncle Fred.
Fatu. Earthquake. Oh, by the way, Earthquake did Earthquake did the whole I'm not going to help my friend, I'm going to beat the shit out of him and throw him out thing. He eliminated Typhoon.
Yeah.
How dumb. Dumb. I mean, it was funny when Action Smash did it at 1 and 2. Yeah. That was funny. Oh, they're going to sit here and wait for the next guy. No, they beat the shit out of each other. That was funny.
Great. That was so great.
Here's the fart in church. Carlos Colon came in.
WWC.
And the whole crowd just went, what? What?
Yeah, he's Caribbean wrestling. They don't know who he is. It's. I knew who he was because I read After magazines, but
he threw some of the worst punches I've ever seen.
Yeah, I thought Carlos Colon wasn't that great.
Some of the worst punches I've ever seen in a match. Tito Santana.
Arriba.
He was El Matador by then. Rick Martel.
I am a model.
Yokozuna then came in at 27.
Yokozuna.
Owen Hart came in at 28. Repo Man came in at 29.
One of my favorite. I love the Repo Man.
I do. I think he's hilarious. And this gentleman came in at number 30 for his last Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
That was his last appearance too, coming up too. So,
yeah.
So Yokozuna super kicks Macho Man to the face, chucked him out. Yokozuna wins. He goes on to WrestleMania. All in all, except for the star power, it was actually a decent WrestleMania. It was actually a decent show.
Decent Royal Rumble, yeah, it was.
As far as the Rumble. Most elimination, I believe, was Yoko, right? I could tell you.
Him or the Taker, or him or Mr. Perfect.
2, 3, 4. Yoko only had 4. Nope, 5. Taker had 1, 2, 3. 3. Bob goddamn Backlund had a bunch.
Wow.
I don't hate Bob Backlund. I think it was just Bob Backlund lasted the longest, Frank. He lasted over an hour. He was number 2, and he lasted that goddamn long. Which is
we
nuts.
saw Bob. Remember when we saw Bob Backlund at the?
Yeah, he was crazy. He was wearing his white shirt with his red suspenders, and I'm not sure. I was a little afraid of him. I was a little afraid of him. I didn't want to say like, "Excuse me, can I get by?" I was like, "I'm terrified of this guy. He seems legitimately insane."
No, then you made me walk by fucking Beefcake.
Next time he's here, dude, we're going back and we're gonna meet him.
I'll fucking ask him to step outside. I don't care.
Which is great. I think that'd be great. No, I think next time what we're gonna do is, I don't care how much it costs because they're gonna charge you for it. Next wrestler we meet, I'm gonna pay them to shoot a promo for this show. Just a quick.
They'll do it.
Somebody say, $50. I'll say, all right, here's $50. Give me a good goddamn one though. Don't give me a.
I'll throw 25 towards that. I'll throw 25 towards that.
I want a real promo to watch this show.
Yeah, so that we have his permission to air.
Yeah, Frank, we saw him not so long ago. He was pretty scary in person. And
even though he's like 75 years old, he's still fucking scary.
Abdul the Butcher, you're right. I remember those matches of Carlos Colon, Abdul the Butcher. Yep. Abdul, that fucking lunatic. Another lunatic. All right. You know what? That was a good one. Eric, at the top of your head, because we have a couple of weeks before the actual Rumbles this year. I say we do another one next week. You have off the top of your head any Royal Rumbles you want to bring up to light, you want to bring to the masses that you want us to break down?
1991.
Which one's 91 now?
91 is the one that Flair, I believe, won the championship, or is that 92?
I think that's 92.
Hogan won 91.
Yeah. Bunker says he's going to throw in money for that. And so look, Bambi's throwing in 20. Look, you guys are sponsoring the show now? That's awesome.
We got the best fans. Bunker.
MVP. I have no problem that I was going to do a promo. But see, when you get a guy like, as much as I love Kevin Nash will charge you $300 to say the Just Too Sweet show. He'll charge you $300. He's all about the money. I can't hide that fact. But if you get someone cool, like I think Beefcake or Demolition, all those guys that we saw that day, they'd cut one for a cheap.
I think Bob Backlund would.
I think so too. I think Sergeant Slaughter did it for free.
Yeah, because I would expose him. He's not a real sergeant.
Raul's throwing out the 92 or the 98. Now, the only problem is I'm pretty sure we've already done the earlier ones. 91.
We've done a few later ones too.
I don't think we did 91 because I don't remember discussing Hogan winning.
I don't think we did 91. We did 98. That's Stone Cold win. Stone Cold won that one.
Yeah, we definitely did the Flair one.
We did the Flair one. We didn't do 90 or 91. We did not.
All right, so next week we'll pick out one, maybe do both.
Maybe we can do both, yeah.
Yeah, because the Royal Rumble season, man, we might as well throw some Royal Rumbles out there.
Yeah, maybe Heenan's got more that we missed.
Cool.
We need to know what we need to do. We need to do a Bobby Heenan show.
Absolutely. I wanted to do an announcer show as far as who the best, who's this and that, but I think me and you are going to be very biased. Very biased.
Yeah. I don't mind. Like I said, JR is one of the greatest of all time. I will give him that. And you want to know something? Tony Schiavone really wasn't that bad. He was just a little over. He's like a toned down Michael Cole, and he's better than Michael Cole. But Schiavone,
I think, listened too much to the guy in the earpiece.
He did. Schiavone was a company man. Schiavone was an ass kissing company man.
Yeah,
and he'll tell you that.
I have no problem. I actually have no problem with Tony Schiavone.
No, Tony Schiavone's great. He's nostalgic. He's classic.
He takes shit because every Nitro was the greatest night in the history of our sport, which is where we get that line from. Which is where we always steal that line from and make fun of it. So that's what he used to say every single Nitro. And he used to hype up Juventud Guerrero versus Conan,
La Parca, yeah.
like it was the greatest match ever.
Yeah.
So that's why he gets a lot of shit. You're right. You know what? I'm going to give you that one. Jesse the Body Jesse the Body and Gorilla, also a great team.
Very great team.
Bunker's throwing out 2013. That's a little recent.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, I tell you what, Bunker and Raul and even you, Terzio, or even Bambi, whoever, I think we should get a little audition tape going. I think we should see what you guys want to, what you guys would talk about. Send us a little promo of you guys doing. You might have the newest members of the Just Too Sweet show.
It could be.
Even if it's not a week, every week thing, we might need some guys popping on with some good color commentary and stuff.
Just a frequent panelist.
So you guys think about that. We can make your dreams come true, ladies and gentlemen.
We really could.
We could.
I have that power.
I
could do it.
We are growing more powerful by the day at this network. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's we're gonna wrap that one up right here with that stupid line I just said. So next week, like I said, we're gonna stick to the Royal Rumbles. Maybe we'll have some good news to talk about as far as anything going on. Like I said, as far as wrestling right now, I watch AEW. I don't watch them. I fast forward to WWE, but I watch AEW. That just shows you where we're at right now. I bought my first piece of AEW material. I got myself an Adam Cole t-shirt. Baby. Love that guy. He's my current man crush. He's fantastic. So next week, we'll decide which Royal Rumble we're going to talk about. We might do a whole bunch of them just for the hell of it. And we'll throw out some news. And he said, if you guys want to come on the show, let me know. Hit us up in the messenger. Hit us up on the thing on our Facebook page. And you guys are more than welcome to pop on the show. Even you, Terzio, if you know how to use a computer other than just this, you can come on too if you have a camera and a microphone. We'd like to have you come on. This week, what'll be on Tuesday? Tomorrow night. Show you what's coming on. Shooting the Sith, I think is going to take over Granny's spot tomorrow. And we're going to talk about episode 3 and 4 of the Book of Boba Fett because I missed 3 last week. I don't know who's going to come out with me yet. I have no idea, but that'll probably be tomorrow. Also tomorrow, I believe we're going to be doing unsportsmanlike conduct as the playoffs round up. I only lost one game this week, and that was the Cowboy game. And you know what? I'm happy it's the only game I lost because it makes me happy when the Cowboys lose.
I think I lost 2.
So that's tomorrow. Thursday night, to be honest with you, I have no idea. I don't think any other show's coming on. So, Eric, when are you doing your next A to Z program?
Oh, it's funny you asked that, Tim. The A to Z program will be resuming normal time Friday night at 8 o'clock right here, on this very channel, station, network, Boulevard, everything. We're here.
Nice.
And I believe Mr. McMahon, you're going to be there as well.
Hey-o! I'll be there. I'll be there.
Yep.
Having a lot of fun breaking down all these old, these TV commercials and all that shit. It's a lot of fun.
Do you want me to do my Johnny Carson quick?
Go ahead.
Will. We got a great show coming up. Ed, I'll tell you, it's so good. That's it. That's all I got.
And I'll just say, you are correct.
You are correct.
You are correct, sir.
Hey, Frank would know Johnny Carson. He's old.
You are the greatest. That's all I have to say. Pump up your ego. That's all I got to do. That's all Ed McMahon ever did.
Yeah, that's what he did. Yeah.
Frank, you have an iPad and a camera. That's all you need, man. I'll send you the link. You can come on the show.
Fuck yeah. Fucking iPad's what you need, Frank.
We can see what you look like in person. Bambi, you too, get on the show. We need some women on this show, man. Someone who knows what they're talking about.
We do.
So it'll be awesome. Anytime you guys want to come on, you're more than welcome. So that's going to be Friday night. We're going to do that. And Saturday is Granny's Peach Tea. They are diving into Batman Forever. They're continuing their Batman preview leading up to the new movie, The Batman. They also do all the DC shows. We forgot to talk. Well, we'll talk about it next week. But I will say something real quick. Peacemaker. Hilarious. Hilarious. Good for you, John Cena. I'm glad to see you're not just you're not trying to be the Rock. It's a great show. It's hysterical. Yeah, I'm looking forward to talking about that show too. Have you watched that yet?
I have not.
Dude, it's hilarious.
Cool.
It's a good, hilarious DC show written by James Gunn, so you know it's going to be pretty cool. But yeah, it's a great show. Good for Cena because, like I said, he still plays his own dull. I'm John Cena. When he's not in the ring kind of guy. Like I'm just take your shoes off at the door. But it works for this show. It works for this show so well. It's done so good. It is written so good. So I highly recommend you watching it.
They finally found a show that he fit into.
Oh yeah, man! I recommend it highly. So that's going to be Granny's Peachy Saturday, and the next week we start it all over again. I don't know if we stomped you out's done. Thank God, because the Giants are terrible. Put it in the books. I believe it's still going. They're waiting for the lockout to end to do their next show. Empire 161's done till March, and we hopefully will see the return of 4 quarters and Jada and Kyle. If not, someone's going to lose their movie show because I'm itching to do a movie show.
I think you should.
I put it out there. I said, the Jada and Tim show sounds pretty good, or the Tim and Kyle show. I said, whoever wants to do it, I'm ready to go.
I like the sound of that. I like the sound of that.
Some movies back in this Pop Culture Pro network. Yes,
Roll.
Thank you very much. The Double O
007
Deep Dive Monday nights with Jason and Ed, and I don't know the girl's name yet. I'm sorry. I wish I did.
Remember, I'm going to be special guest on Live and Let Die, The Man with the Golden Gun, Octopussy, and View to a Kill. And I think that they're the only Roger Moores.
You're on the T-Dolphs right now. And you're going to do the Roger Moore movies?
I'm going to do when it gets to Roger Moore, like by spring, summer, I'll be doing Roger Moore. Yep.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm going to pop on for the horrible ones. Moonraker. And what's the other one Jaws is in?
Thunderball.
Those are the ones I'm going to pop in for because I like Jaws. He made me laugh when I was a kid, so I'm going to do those. But that's on Monday nights with Jason, with Ed, and with the girl. I forgot her name. I do apologize. Check that out too if you're a James Bond fan.
I think it's Janet.
Is it? I'm not sure.
No, it's not. I'm not even close.
Well, for today, it's Janet. Yeah, and look for all the new content. The website has all kinds of contests, all kinds of ideas. You can win. I got a movie screening for the new Hotel Transylvania. It was awesome. You win stuff, T-shirts, all kinds of crap. We have all the cool stuff on there. We're all on that website. Take a look at our bios.
Look at our bios. Look at
we're there.
I'm even wearing this shirt.
And maybe new shows are coming, but we don't know. Maybe Star Trek, maybe basketball, maybe hockey. I don't know. All kinds of stuff's coming our way. But with that being said, Mr. Zan, anything you have to say before we go?
No. Just I appreciate everybody coming on. I had a good time. Royal Rumble is always a fun thing to talk about. Be sure and watch the A to Z program coming up Friday night at 8 p.m. with Mr. Carson and Mr. McMahon right here. Which means me and Tim. We're going to have a great show. We're going to have a lot of laughs. And coming up in the future, Tim, just so you know, we are going to have some special guests coming up. So
sweet.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
That's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. I'm pumped up for that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Like I said, any ideas, you hit us up on those Just Too Sweet pages. There's 2 on Facebook. Hit us up on popculturepros.com, Pop Culture Pros Facebook page. Join the group. Join our YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, all that crap, because we're everywhere. We're growing. We're getting bigger. We're getting better. We're getting faster. We're getting everything else. I don't know. So
we're like steroids for the internet.
We're COVID, but in a good way.
Yeah.
In a good way, though. We're spreading, but we're good. We're spreading
larger, but we're good.
Yeah, we have variants and all kinds of, but we're good.
Yeah, we're the good sense? COVID.
Exactly. The good.
We're going to get in a lot of trouble for that.
I'm going to tell the boss right now. Our new tagline: Pop Culture Pros, the good COVID.
The good COVID. We won't make you cough.
Oh, maybe if we're funny enough.
Maybe, yeah. I might make you puke listening to my jokes, but whatever.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for all the comments. We love you guys. You guys are awesome. And remember one thing. You know what? I'm gonna change it up this week, Eric. I'm changing it up this week.
You're changing it up.
I'm gonna go with an AEW wrestler tagline for the end of the show. And it's gonna be simple as this. We're the Just Too Sweet show. We're better than you.